Beginning homosexual facial detection database scan. Determining totally gay. Determining big fag. Determining loves it up the ass. Determining queen of cock sucking.
This is a Queer Technologies instruction video on FagFace, or how to escape your face.
Queer Technologies is an organization that develops applications for queer technological agency, interventions, and social formation.
We use technology to make queer weapons of resistance.
These include Transcoder, a queer programming anti-language software development kit,
Engendering Gender Changers, a solution to gender adapters male, female, binary.
Gay Bombs, a technical manual manifesto that outlines a how-to of queer networked activism.
And Grid, a mapping application that tracks the dissemination of queer technologies and maps the battle plans to more thoroughly infect networks of global capital. You can find our products at the Disingenuous Bar, a center for political support for technical problems, or in various consumer electronics stores such as Best Buy, Radio Shack, and Target.
In this workshop, we're going to cover new developments in facial recognition, what is FagFace, how to escape forms of facial recognition control, and finally, our facial weaponization suite.
Today, in our world of information capital and global empire, biometric control has emerged as a golden frontier for neoliberal governance. Biometrics reads identity off the body through computational measurement processes. Notably, biometrics standardizes procedures for identification, in part by machines verifying individual identity. Biometric devices are becoming a powerful means to control access to various societal benefits and positions, including citizenship, travel and border crossings, and criminalization. Facial recognition technology has become a pervasive popular device for biometric surveillance, a thriving, rapidly developing part of our new surveillance culture.
An early example of this is eigenfaces, a mathematical process used to aid facial recognition systems in the 1980s. Eigenfaces are a standardized set of all possible face combinations. Developed from statistical analysis of many pictures of faces, any human face can be said to be a combination of eigenfaces. Surprisingly, it generally takes 3 or 4 eigenfaces to produce a fair approximation of most faces. Eigenfaces make the powerful suggestion that no face is incalculable.
Facial recognition techniques now range from algorithms that extract landmarks on faces, such as cheekbones, noses, eyes, and jaws, to 3D programs that map the shape of a face, to various forms of skin texture analysis. Typically, faces are collected in databases to compare and search against for a variety of possible criminal activities.
For example, in its 2000 presidential election, the Mexican government used facial recognition to prevent voter fraud. In 2001, Tampa Bay police used Identix facial recognition software to search for criminals and terrorists during the Super Bowl, finding 19 people with pending arrest warrants.
The ubiquity of facial recognition now spans from London's massive CCTV network to the German Federal Criminal Police Office, Facebook's new facial recognition auto photo tagging, Apple's iPhoto and iPhone, Google's Picasa, U.S. Homeland Security, and the U.S. Department of State, which has the largest facial recognition system in the world at over 75 million photographs for visa processing.
Companies like Genux Technologies and A4 Vision are implementing new 3D techniques that Homeland Security and other international governmental organizations have and are currently adopting. We also commonly experience facial recognition and detection now with our digital cameras that locate faces and even smiles.
Facial recognition has even ventured into the terrain of sexual orientation. The Journal of Experimental Social Psychology recently published a 2008 study conducted at Tufts University that tested people's ability to identify homosexual men from photos of their faces. 90 faces were shown to 90 participants against a white background. The faces were stripped of all markings and accessories, such as piercings and eyeglasses. Even hair was cropped, leaving participants with only the face. Those tested proved remarkably accurate in their ability to recognize faces that had been classified as homosexual, even when exposed to the face for only 50 milliseconds, which is not possible to process consciously. Even when a section of the face was shown, such as an eye or lips, participants still correctly identified the homosexual faces.
What could be the benefits of proving to the world that such a recognition apparatus exists? Does it not only further confirm and scientifically validate one of the processes of LGBTIQ stereotyping? Is this not another iteration of what queers have been subject to at some point? Gay face, queer face, fag face. It is easy enough to claim that this study parses us into categories that will inevitably be used against us. It offers a visibility that only wants to control us and make us easily knowable to those in power.
This is the ultimate problem with facial recognition. It empowers the regime of identification itself. What about those of us who desire to radically flee these modes of recognition control? At Queer Technologies, we want a technology that allows us to escape this regime of identification, standardization, and control. In response to facial recognition technologies, we ask, what are the tactics and techniques for making our faces non-existent? How do we flee this visibility into the fog of a queerness that refuses to be recognized? How can we construct a face that no eigenface can reproduce?
Today, there are numerous modulations of a queer politics centering around gaining visibility through recognition. Just think of the current debates around same-sex marriage in the US, or the It Gets Better project in response to LGBT youth suicide. These calls to visibility typically coincide with a desire for recognition from the state or a longing to be validated by our neoliberal order. But there's also another queer politics that could be said to be concerned with the non-recognizable, a politics that is anti-identity, anti-state, anti-recognition. Let's call it a politics of escape.
Two French philosophers taught us, not so long ago, that to the point, if human beings have a destiny, it is rather to escape the face, to dismantle the face and facializations, to become imperceptible, to become clandestine by strange true becomings that elude the organization of the face. Yet we must know the organizations of the face before dismantling. Know them. Know your faces. It is the only way you will be able to dismantle them and draw your lines of flight.
Information scientist Phil Argra has written that to say that your face is not a barcode is first and foremost a moral statement. Your face should not be treated as a barcode. But in fact, your face really is not a barcode because the human reads and interprets the face in such complicated ways. It is the machine that has the ability to treat the face like a barcode.
At Queer Technologies, we propose to start making faces our weapons. We can learn many faces and wear them interchangeably. A face is like being armed. Think of the female Algerian freedom fighters in the 1966 film The Battle of Algiers. They break into occupied territory of the colonizers in part by wearing their oppressors' faces. Or even the Zapatistas, who hide their faces so that they may be seen. Even Minority Report, when Tom Cruise's character gets new eyes to evade facial detection.
Surely, us queers know something about this, given our deep and tangled relationships to the performative. Importantly, we must learn to select the faces that target most accurately.
We would now like to briefly introduce you to our current facial weaponization suite.
The suite offers a set of tools that allows you to evade biometric readings of your face, as well as generate false facial biometric data that is available for circulation in a variety of file formats.
One option accelerates stereotypes of fag face. If fag fucking is what fag face visualizes to others, then you can now push this further. Accumulate cum so that your face becomes a volatile liquid surface with no eyes, nose, or mouth. Keep the smell from rimming so that your face and ass are irreducible. Let the pubic hair gather into different consistencies of stickiness. Wipe the shit left on your fingers under your hidden cum-filled eyes like war paint. Let these new excesses dissolve readability. Let your fag face configure with these materials into that which is not identifiable.
The suite also provides sets of masks. Our collective masks allow you to wear the faces of many with a single mask. Generated from numerous faces, you can select a range of face types most commonly targeted by facial recognition technologies, such as the terrorist, illegal immigrant, criminal, and homosexual. In the tradition of collective protest actions that evade individual recognition, like the Black Bloc, our collective masks offer a mutated alien face that cannot be read or parsed. While facial detection claims that a homosexual or terrorist can be recognized, simultaneously wearing the faces of many homosexuals or many terrorists confuses the apparatus because your face is no longer recognizable to it. The suite includes another set of impossible expression masks, while facial recognition harnesses the affective dimensions of the face and attempts to reduce this to categorizable presets. We have produced masks that express affect in radically unhuman ways. These masks are the training ground for learning and expressing new, immeasurable, and resistant facialities.
Today, in our biometric age, existence has become a means of control. Therefore, Non-existence is that which resists, avoids, or escapes control. Our facial weaponization suite aims to make our faces non-existent. Non-existence is being radically devoid of any representable identity that is legible, not being able to be parsed by any available algorithms. Becoming non-existent turns your face into a fog, and fog makes revolt possible.
In this fog, we will find our friends and love.
More information on FagFace and facial weapons can be found at www.queertechnologies.info. Please follow our updates on FagFace interfaces and our facial weaponization suite, and join